I believe that Governor Walker's proposed state budget, if enacted, will fundamentally change the face of public education in Wisconsin. The over $750 million reduction in general school aids over the biennium, together with the even larger total reduction in school spending that's required in the budget, will force school districts to eliminate programs like band, music, and sports, the very kind of activities that help us develop well-rounded adults. It will force the elimination of increasing numbers of teaching positions, result in larger classrooms. It will force the closure of small schools and will continue the consolidation of many school districts. It will force school board members and administrators to attempt to rebuild their staffing in the face of retirements and attempt to maintain the quality of programming that will sustain support for the community at a very time when they have reduced flexibility, they have reduced local control, and fewer resources than ever. The school board members, like any elected official, have a difficult job to do. I believe that effective school board members will listen to all sides and will seek out others with points of view that are different from their own so that they can understand both sides of an issue. I believe that effective school board members should spend time in the district, working with students, working with teachers, working with administrators, attempting to understand all aspects of the school system that they're elected to help direct. You know, public schools work in our state and in our country because everybody goes there. Whether you're rich or poor, whether you're black, white, Hispanic, or Asian, whether your parents were Democrats or Republicans, regardless of what religious faith you were raised in, public schools are where everybody goes and where everybody shares a common experience. And that's a foundation for strength, especially in small communities, that's critically important. And if we lose that, we will lose one of the strongest elements of stability in small towns across this state. So I would hope that every school board member is committed fundamentally to protecting and enhancing our public education system for the benefits that it brings for all of us. This budget does not address some of the most fundamental flaws in our current school funding formula that result in inordinate amounts of revenue going to wealthy suburban school districts and that have penalized both urban poor districts and rural districts like Baraboo's that do not have high property wealth. Last fall, Department of Public Instruction Secretary Tony Evers proposed a fair funding formula plan to help address some of the most significant problems with our current school funding formula. This budget ignores that proposal completely and perpetuates the unfair and inequitable way that we distribute the dollars that we have for education. Now we're making that problem worse. Well, the proposed state budget creates historic reductions in state support for public education. At the very same time, it increases spending for a private school system that is unaccountable to taxpayers. The budget eliminates the enrollment cap for charter schools and voucher schools in Wisconsin, and it eliminates the income eligibility cap for voucher schools in a way that will increase dramatically the growth of a private school network that operates with taxpayer dollars according to a different set of rules and without accountability to elected officials such as school board members. We're sending public dollars to private companies and to nonprofit organizations that have zero accountability to taxpayers. We need to work together. And we need to practice the same civility and respect for honest, fair dialogue that we teach our children. We should never be afraid to sit down and negotiate, or sit down with others and try to solve our problems by working together. That's the Wisconsin way. And that's the way I believe that we'll continue to make Wisconsin and Wisconsin's public education system the great one that it is. Thank you.